Hi, this is Krista at the Secret Yarnery. Today we're making these super cute, super fast crochet coasters. They work up super fast and they make a great gift, and because you've made them in the cotton, they're super absorbent and soft on your furniture. You could also just use them as a bit of a dishcloth if there's a spill in a pinch. They wash up like a dream because they're the natural cotton, so you don't have to worry about them too much. They stack up really nicely. So they look super great if you just tied a little ribbon around them. They'd be great at craft sales or for gifts. They're super cute. You can make as many as you want. And we'll also be doing a tutorial on bigger ones that we're either gonna leave like this or join together to make a table runner that matches. So I'll link this video in the description box below. This yarn is 100% natural cotton. It is 100 grams, 180 meters, and it's a size 3 for thickness. It's really soft. This is the yarn I'm using. There's a link in the description box below. So get your center color yarn ready. We're gonna start by making a slip knot, and you do not need to leave a very long tail, just maybe 2 inches, just enough for you to hold on to. Shrink that down and put it onto your hook. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to go into the first chain we made. We don't count what is on our hook, and we don't count this little knot. We just count these V shapes between the knot and the hook. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to go into the first chain we made just on this side. Just push your hook in, get 1 loop of yarn on your hook. Hold your tail down, and now we want to keep it open with our finger and thumb. We just want to hold open that U shape so we don't lose the center. Grab your yarn and bring it through both for a slip stitch and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm still holding this open. Now wrap your yarn. We're going to make a double crochet right into the center of that ring where we're holding it. So push your hook in, grab your yarn and bring it back, wrap your yarn and take off 2, wrap your yarn and take off 2. So that was our first double crochet. Now chain 1. And we're going to repeat that until we have a total of 12 double crochets with a chain 1. So wrap your yarn and go into the center of that ring, grab your yarn and bring it back, wrap your yarn and take off 2, wrap your yarn and take off 2, and chain 1. So keep going. We want to have 12 double crochets including the chain. So we're going to make 11 double crochets with a chain 1, and I'll meet you when you have 12. If you run out of room and you haven't got your 12 double crochets into the center, just grab where you started that chain and grab your stitches with the other hand and just kind of pull that ring out. And that'll give you some more space to make your double crochets, and they'll lay down nice and flat. When you've made your 12 double crochets, don't forget to do your chain 1 to finish that off. And now we're going to slip stitch to the 3rd chain. So we're just going to count our V's again. So there's 1 at the very bottom, a small little guy. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So we're just going to be slip stitching into here. We want to leave 1 chain empty at the top, just like we have in between all the other double crochets. So just into here, you want to get 2 loops of that stitch on your hook, slip stitch, and now we need to slip stitch over into this next space. We're going to slip stitch over here. We want to be working into the spaces for this pattern. So slip stitch over into that space, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and now make 1 more double crochet into that same space. Like that. Our chain counts as a double crochet in this pattern. Chain 1, and now in between each of these double crochets into each of those spaces, we're going to be making 2 double crochets for round 2. So into the next space, 2 double crochets, chain 1, and into the next space, 2 double crochets, and you're going to keep going around your circle like this, putting 2 double crochets with a chain 1 in between each of these spaces. So keep going and I'll meet you when we get to the join. So your circle will look like that. Don't forget to do your chain 1. You can tell I haven't done my chain 1 because if you look underneath my hook, there's 2 loops on the yarn. There's 2 loops down there. That means I have not done a chain. If I had chained and you look underneath your hook, you're only going to see 1 strand of yarn. So that is how it looks if you have done a chain, and if you have done a crochet stitch, a regular one, you'll have 2 strands under there. So that's how you know if you did your chain or not. And now we're going to slip stitch to join, so into the top of the chain 3. There is a little V underneath there, so this little one that we can barely see counts. So 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to be working our slip stitch just into the top of this chain 3, just in there. So push your hook in. You want to get 2 strands of that stitch on your hook. Bring your yarn back, turn your hook to slip stitch. And now we need to slip stitch over into this space over here. So we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch. I just go into the back loop. Just a little slip stitch, just a bit relaxed. You don't want to be too tight. And now right into the space we can slip stitch, so that we're over into that space we need to work in. And do your chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And this is round 3, so we're going to have 3 double crochets in each of these spaces working our way around. And our chain counts, so 2 more double crochets into that same space. 1 and 2, chain 1, and into the next space we're just going to jump over 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 and 3 double crochets with a chain 1 in each of these spaces going all the way around, and I'll meet you when you get back over here. Back at the join, remember to do your chain 1 and slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. It looks like a chain 2 because that first stitch we slip stitched over it. So it's just here. We're going to go right into that chain and make a slip stitch. So pull your hook through and pull your hook through. Chain 1 to secure your yarn and cut your yarn. We have to sew in this tail a little bit, so maybe about a 4-inch tail. Pull your hook up and your yarn through and snug that down. Now just check that you've done it. There's a chain 1 space in between and that you have your 12 sets of double crochets all the way around. And if you have, we can just weave in your tail. So just go into these back loops and grab your yarn and bring it through. And just do this about 5 times. Like that. And then stretch it out a bit and then bring it back the other way a couple times. Just to work in that tail. Then when we go over it, we can cut that one off. And the less ends, the better for us. It's the 12 Days of Christmas giveaway time. Today, the lucky winner is going to receive a 8mm tulip crochet hook and this lovely Loreno print yarn. It's 50% cotton and 50% acrylic, so it is lighter than a cotton and you get more yardage. So this is 160 meters in this tiny 50-gram ball. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber of the channel, hit the notification bell beside that so you get notifications of when we upload, and answer the question in the comments box below. What is your favorite holiday song or songs? It's hard to narrow it down. I love some Elvis, I love some Natalie Cole, I love Frank Sinatra, I love the old classics. But what do you love and what says holidays to you? Leave that in the comments box below. We will be announcing the winner on December 24th, so you have up until the December 23rd to enter. Yes, you can enter all of the other ones. It just ups your chances of winning. So just check out the other videos and I hope you win. Merry Christmas and good luck. So now we're gonna get our next yarn color. I'm using this nice fresh white. So you don't want to join your yarn where you finished off, just so we don't want the extra bulk. So just find a different spot, and we're just going to go into one of the first double crochets, so one of the first ones of the set. We can hide it easier when we're coming around, so that's just why we're joining there. So I'm just going to push my hook into this one stitch. I want 2 loops of that V on my hook. like that. Loop of yarn on my hook, maybe about 3 inches, 4 inches. Bring the loop through, slip stitch with both to join, and drop your tail. I'm going to hold it along my work so we can work over it a little bit. Chain 1. So that's going to count as our first single crochet, even though it looks different. And now into the next stitch, and every stitch, 1 single crochet. So push your hook in, grab your yarn and bring it back, wrap your yarn and take off 2. So for single crochet, no wrapping your yarn first. Into these spaces, we're going to be doing 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. And now we've kind of covered up that first stitch. This little bit here, that is a stitch we need to go into. We need to go into this one, and that one. And that's going to be for every shell going along. So just hold your hook out of the way or pull that stitch back a little bit and get your hook into that first stitch. You want those 2 loops of that stitch on your hook and make a single crochet. So there's 1, 2, and 3 to get across that shell. And now into the space, 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Into that first double crochet, 1 single crochet, and now this is where we've worked over our yarn, so we want to make sure that we're going underneath this first loop to pick it up. It looks funny, it looks like we should be going into the dimple, but you want to be picking up that strand so that it matches the rest. So 1 single crochet into each stitch and 2 single crochets into each space, working your way around. When you get to your chain, this is my chain here, so I'm going to go into that little hole and make a stitch, and the next stitch is right here. We have to pick up that front loop. We have to get into this stitch. So wherever your chain is, it's a bit messy. So you're going to go into the hole and then you're going to pick up that first loop to make it into a proper looking stitch. And now keep going and I'll meet you at the join. When you get back to where you joined, remember you have to do your 2 single crochets into that space. 1 and 2. And now we're going to slip stitch just into this first stitch there. This is our second stitch. We're not going into this one. That's our second. We're going to go into this first one over there. This first lumpy bit. So just push your hook in. Grab your yarn and bring it back. Turn your hook to slip stitch. Chain 1 to secure your yarn. Cut your yarn. Pull your hook up and your yarn through and snug it down. So just check your work. Make sure you have a single crochet on top of every double crochet and then 2 singles into the spaces. And once you're pretty sure that it looks great, then we're just going to work in this tail as well. So just into the back loops about 5 times. So now it doesn't matter where you join, just push your hook into a stitch. You want both loops of that V onto your hook. And then join your yarn, just put a loop of that yarn on your hook, bring it through and slip stitch with both to join. Drop your tail. I just hold it alongside my work so I can work over it. And chain 1. So this is going to count as our first single crochet into that stitch, and then into every stitch going all the way around, 1 single crochet, nothing fancy, nothing new. So push your hook in, bring your yarn back, wrap your yarn, and take off 2. And we're just going to do this all the way around, 1 single crochet into each stitch. When you get to the bit where you worked in your tail, just remember to go underneath that first front loop. Just get underneath all those loops to make your single crochets. You don't want to go into the center of it. You want to pick it up from the bottom. So go in from the bottom, pick all that up to make your single crochets, and then it matches all the way around and looks the exact same. When you get to the join, You know this is a stitch here, the single crochet matches this double, and this single crochet matches that double. So in this one here, it matches that. So we just have to go into that knot, long and short of it. So just push your hook in, grab your yarn and bring it back, and make your single crochet. And now just keep going like normal. And I'll meet you at the join. Now go into your last single crochet and make a single crochet. And now we're going to slip stitch into this spot here. So this one goes with that single crochet over there. So we have to go into this bit. So I just go into that dimple and make a slip stitch right into there. Just push your hook in and slip stitch to join. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now we can move this out of the way. This is a separate tutorial for making bigger ones or a table runner. You can just check the videos, or I'll put a link in the description box below if you want to make matching bigger ones. So now we're going to skip a stitch. So skip this stitch and go into the second with a single crochet. So single crochet into the second stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Skip a stitch, so skip this guy, go into the second and make a single crochet. And this is what we're going to do all the way around to finish off our coaster. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip one stitch, skip that stitch, go into the second stitch, making a single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Skip a stitch, single crochet into the second, and keep doing that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the join. When you get back, it's going to look something like this. So you're going to keep doing the same thing, single crochet into the second stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. So now we're going to slip stitch into this stitch. We're still skipping one, and we're just going to slip stitch into whatever is next. Like that. Slip stitch, chain 1, and cut your yarn. Pull your hook up and your yarn through and snug that down. And there is your super cute coaster. For your tails, the center one we worked over around the beginning, so we can cut that one off, it's finished. And where we finished, our colors are also finished, so this, our center color, we can cut off from here as well. And where we finished our white, we can cut that one off because we wove it in. And now the rest, where we started our white, we have to use a needle to sew it back. And the same with our last two colors. So we have 3 tails left to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up down below, share with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We upload new videos weekdays at 6 p.m. Central, and we'd love to have you join us. Thanks for watching. Stay hooked.